You said women disagree that women have equal rights to men. It was also Hannah. It was Tierra.
We're ignoring mine now, remember?
Oh, I guess so.
Ignore mine.
Hannah,
yeah,
so,
no, I'm just like...
quick question for those of you who did say you disagree that women have equal rights to men. What rights do men
before you even... Do you think that men and women have equal rights?
Currently, not always. I don't know.
What do you mean by that?
I don't know. Women aren't always treated fair today. I mean, men neither. But like, I don't know. I don't think. I mean, I think we've come a long way for sure. But like, you know what I mean? So.
What would you say that? What are some rights that women have that men have that women don't have?
So I'm pretty sure in some places, you know, men still get higher pay than women. That's pretty shitty. You know what I mean? Ask me. We work just as hard and look better while we do it. You know what I mean?
Okay. So hold on. I want to be clear. You think that companies are paying men the same exact with the same exact qualifications, with the same exact work ethic, with the same exact experience, everything all being equal.
Everything same, just gender
they
different.
paying them just more because they have a penis.
Yeah, I'm not just guessing at that. Like, I know I've like heard many people speak on this, you know, online and stuff like that, and research. I hear people literally like trying to fight about this. You know what I mean? Like, fight for women's equal rights and stuff. Like, I should probably do better research on that.
Yeah.
Get a little more educated on it. But like, yeah, man. Like, I feel like we could do a little bit better.
Okay, we're gonna talk about that because that is absolutely not true.
What? Okay.
Because if you just think about it, just logically speaking, if
I was politics?
Are
you in politics?
What does that mean?
I don't know. I was like, you know this?
Fuck?
How do you know this information?
No, because just think about it logically. If I was an employer, right, and I was hiring people, and they work exactly the same hours, had exactly the same experience, had exactly the same results, I would just hire women. I would never hire men.
Bro, same. You know, I should let people know that. You know what I mean? Listen, we can ask Siri right now. Like, are there situations where women get paid less than men? Okay.
I want to see what happens. Let's see.
Hey, Siri, are women being paid less in work positions than men still today? Gender pay gap in U.S. hasn't changed much in 2 decades. Okay. Women earn less than men in all occupations.
No.
What you need to know about the gender wage gap. Women are paid less than men.
No. So
you know what I'm saying?
What you're doing is just looking at the title and not actually diving deep into why women. No. We're going to get there. We're going to go there. But right now we're just scratching the surface.
Cool.
A lot of times what they do is just they get most of everybody, meaning like all men and all women. They don't account for hours worked. They don't account for experience, etc., etc. They don't account for a lot of these things. So we're going to talk about it.
Cool.
But let's talk about it.
I want to go home tonight. I'm going to do my research too. We're going to reconvene on this.
We're going to get it.
Yeah.
So, I don't think that the United States is the only country that exists, and that's only part of the female population. So when we're talking about women's rights, it has to encompass the entire world.
Well, what about the United States?
Well, there's still...
Oh, and before they continue and give you any ideas, is there anything else besides the wage gap thing?
You know, I'm no Hollywood actress, but I do also, you know. Okay, so I'm getting here. Let me finish. I'm getting somewhere. So, you know, I hear a lot of stories about women who, I mean, a similar, I guess, situation, but difference in being like, it's not related to the pay, but like, you know, women having to, and I guess there are some men too, like, you know, I've heard Disney stars that had to like do certain things, or like there's more expected of them, if you know what I'm saying, in trying to get an acting job. Like, you can't just go and apply for the part and like, you know, audition for the part and just, okay, she did great, let's hire her. You know, Harvey Weinstein, ... You know what I mean? There are a lot of stuff to it. I know, like, not to get like super dark and deep, but there. No,
you don't gotta get super dark. But I think that goes for anything.
Surface, like you said,
because
like,
Diddy did this.
I mean, you asked if
allegedly.
If there was another.
Hold on, I'm talking to the camera real quick. Allegedly, because I threw out Diddy's name out there. Allegedly, I'm trying to get super.
Allegedly.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
This is all. I'm just.
Go ahead. No, go ahead. Finish what you're saying.
Yeah, you know, I just feel like that's, and I could be wrong. I haven't looked into it, you know, recently in the past couple years, but over several years.
Yeah.
Couple years ago plus, I've heard a lot of stories about women that had to go through a lot more than maybe men, and not to discredit men for what they've had to go through, actors and stuff, to get the parts that they have, but like a lot of celebrities, like, I could be wrong, but like J-Lo, I could be wrong. I want to say that I heard something about her having, I don't know, really high up there celebrities with big names now that had to kind of do.
So your argument is they had to do extracurricular activities to
From
get
what
their
I've
parts.
heard.
To get the parts.
Yeah.
I would argue that men would have had to as well. It just would be a different
extra. They probably did too.
Yeah, it would just be a different extracurricular activity.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It depends on your preference.
Yeah. Not just sexually, but I mean like in other aspects as well, not just sexually.
Right.
All right.
Cool. Let's run.
But hold on, I want to be clear.
Okay.
All right. Allegedly.
Like female genital is still something that's practiced even here in the United States.
It's illegal.
It's still practiced though. It's kind of one of those things.
Well,
hold on. What did she talk? I'm sorry, I missed that. Genital what?
I think she said, hold on.
Even here in the United States,
I'll make sure.
Like
understand.
Female genital is still something that's practiced even here in the United States.
It's illegal.
It's still practiced though. It's kind of one of those things.
Well, I don't know if this. Can I just? I'm going to cut you off just to save you a little bit here. I don't think you want to argue circumcision on this one. I think you're going to have. This is not going to be a productive argument for you, but.
Well, I'm just saying that there's lots of things that we could do better.
Yeah. What else is when it comes to men though? When it comes to genital, that's also practiced, right? Mm-hmm. The difference is one's legal, one's not.
Well, one provides like a cleanly. I don't have any viewpoint on whether or not a baby boy should be circumcised or not. Like I don't. That's totally up to, I guess, like parents, the father. Honestly, because I don't.
It's up to the father.
I would say it's up to the father because like I don't have that appendage. What if it's a single mother?
She makes the determination, right?
Parent. I think like most hospitals like just standardly do it, right?
Mom doesn't have a say.
Can the reason why I say female genital is different is because a lot of times they also remove part of the clitoris, which takes away feeling and stimulation.
Same thing for
and
this is extremely
I never
rare.
heard this. I heard that
Extremely rare. There's perhaps this is extremely rare occurrence in the United States.
So basically he asked her the same question that I asked you, and then one of her arguments was that female mutilation. I don't know why they can't say that word on
I don't know if they
but and then circumcision is from men as well, so that's just a bad argument altogether.
Yeah, I was like, her point is.
What I was saying first was not the United States. I was saying
I can't have a debate with you about like Ethiopia. I don't know. Yeah. So we're gonna have to talk about the United States. And if your position is men and women have equal rights in the United States, I can just move on. But you did cite even in the United States, female genital.
There are things
that is outlawed. It is outlawed. Male genital is not. So I don't think you have a very compelling argument.
Well, I wasn't saying that. What I was trying to say.
I'm just trying to move things along because the prompt is women have equal rights to men. You disagree. The first thing you cited to was something that in actuality men don't have a right to bodily autonomy when it comes to this, whereas women do. It's outlawed. Mm-hmm. Whereas like this is like wholesale.
What you got something to say? Go ahead.
Yeah. So I think she's a little confused. I think what he's trying to say is it's against the law for that to happen to women, for them to have, I guess, female, version of mutilation, whatever, circumcision. But it's legal depending on the, I guess, preference of parents for it to happen to men. So in my understanding, correct me if I'm wrong, I guess it's less. Oh, that's interesting. So I guess we're saying that women have less. Our conversation here is women have less rights than men in that. But if you really think about it, what they're saying is like, oh, we've already said, okay, you can't do that to women, so I guess they have more of a like protection there than men. Ooh, okay. So
but this is the point of this entire conversation because a lot of times when women have these thought process and say stupid shit like mutilation, wage gap, etc., they don't actually dive deep into the into the research of it and to be like, you know what, damn, I was wrong, they did this, etc., etc. So that's why these conversations are very important.
No, I'm always down to educate myself. I never want to say some things I don't